The Semper Doggin podcast is proud to present Dogging Tuesday. These episodes are a lighthearted look behind the scenes of Semper Doggin and are recorded live every other Tuesday on the Semper Doggin podcast Facebook page. With featured guests, listener interaction, and good old-fashioned conversation, these Doggin Tuesday episodes are fun for all canine fanciers. Be sure to follow the Semper Doggin Facebook page and join us live on our next Doggin Tuesday recording. The Semper Doggin podcast is proudly presented to you by Froggy Bottom Outdoors. Froggy Bottom Outdoors is the newest outdoor and hunting supply, habitat management, and livestock feed provider in the Midwest. With a wide variety of products, a unique business model, and a dedicated team of individuals who are eager to provide their customers with an unparalleled shopping experience, you will not have to search any further than Froggy Bottom Outdoors. With brands such as Garmin, Yoder Nylon, Banks Hunting Blinds, Razor Hunting Gear, Purina Mills, Kalmbach Feeds, Anuksha, Real World Products, and many more, Froggy Bottom Outdoors has you covered from the farm to the woods. Visit FroggyBottomOutdoors.com today and follow them on Facebook to see how they can help you. Not finding what you're looking for online? No problem. Feel free to give the store a call at 765-330-2098. The team at Froggy Bottom Outdoors is excited to get to know you and would be glad to answer any questions you may have. What is going on, everybody? Matthew Johnson, what's up, buddy? I saw this morning when I woke up I had a missed call from you. I meant to call you back today, and I got just a little bit busy. Mark Adkins, Bailey Matthews, Bucky Ashcraft. What is going on, everybody? What is up? What is up? What is up? Welcome to another Doggin Tuesday. I'm waiting on Basham here to hop on, and then maybe we'll be good to go. Zach Conkey, what's up, my guy? Hope you're doing well down there in the big state of Florida. Ben Roberts, how are you, brother? Good to see all you guys here. As soon as we can get Basham on here, we'll get rolling. We have a few things to talk about here today. Oh, well, if he gets on here, we'll get him on here. Becky Sampson, Dick Brothers, thank you guys for joining. Hope you guys have had a great last couple of weeks. I hope you enjoyed the last podcast that we just dropped with Heath Hyatt, all about bear hunting down there in Virginia. That was a super fun podcast for us to do. I really enjoyed that, talking to Heath, all about the friends that you'll meet and the places that you'll go, because the camaraderie and the people that this sport, the hounds, have brought to me and Basham has just been overwhelming. It's been unreal. There's so many good friends and connections, relationships that I would not have without these hounds. And there we go. Basham just hopped on here. We're going to get him on here right now. Basham, what's up, brother?
What's up, buddy?
How are you?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Hey, not too bad. Hey, I was just sitting here talking about the last podcast we had with Heath. The hound hunting down there, the bear hunting down there in Virginia, the friends you'll meet and the places you'll go.
Oh, yeah. A really good podcast. Like I said, during that podcast, I really enjoyed going, down and getting to just find out the different lives and the different avenues that you have, and the different camaraderie that you have with other people.
Basham, Mark, I'm stopping you. Mark Adkins just said your sound is bad, and you are pretty low on my end as well.
Oh, let's try it. Hold on.
Yep.
No. See, we're out here at the. Can you hear me now?
That's better.
Yeah, we're down here at New Haven.
What are you doing down there?
Man, me and old Spitter Spot, we're gonna try to come down here and take a little bit of their easy money, I guess.
There you go. That's not a bad idea. I mean, we're glad to see you're back hunting. That's what the last Doggin Tuesday was about. You were finally back to hunting. Oh, there's old Spot.
Yeah.
What's up, little buddy?
I was hoping to get down here and have an interview with the Kentucky State champion, Mr. Ryan Cecil and Slick, but they're not here yet.
Well, why not?
I don't know.
Huh.
I guess they're like I normally am. They're last minute people.
Yeah, I gotcha. Well, let's go back to the podcast that was on there last Friday with Heath Hyatt. Did you re-listen to it? What did you think about it once you re-listened to it? Did it bring back any memories that maybe we forgot to talk about?
Yeah, so what really struck me about that podcast in particular was just, like I said before, the camaraderie that we had, and it was something different. Like I mentioned in that hunt, or in that podcast, like I mentioned, what really set out different for me was the fact that pretty much in the hunting world, I've just been known for the coon hunting side of it.
Right. What's wrong with your camera? Why am I staring at something black?
I was putting Spot on a leash.
You're killing us here, brother. You're killing us.
No. Hey, this is raw and uncut. This is not a normal podcast. It's raw and uncut.
That is true. It's Doggin Tuesday.
It's Doggin Tuesday, behind the scenes. And what are we if we ain't dog people? If we ain't at a hunt, if we ain't over here tying a dog out to a truck, I mean, what are we doing?
We ain't doing much.
All right. So, hey, you wanted me to get back into it.
Okay, continue. Continue.
So it's just something different for me, and I think that's what you enjoyed.
Yeah.
You know, I think what really set the bar for you going to Heath each and every year was the fact of just how they're able to come together as a team and do something that, you know, us in the coon hunting world don't see that part of it.
Right. No, I agree. You know, like I said, one of my favorite things about going down there is whenever you show up to the tree for the first time, the first tree of the week, and you get to reconvene with all your old buddies that you haven't seen in a year, but you're seeing them at the base of the tree. That is one of my absolute favorite things. It's such a cool experience. You know, you're down there and you haven't seen anybody, and where do you meet them? Right where you left them, at the base of a bear tree. So that was super fun. Hey, Shane Smith's watching. You got something to say to Shane?
No, not yet. I'm gonna get Shane.
Guys, if you haven't seen it, last podcast, Shane messaged me and he said, "Have you ever noticed how many faces Basham makes whenever he's doing a podcast?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't really know." And he's like, "Well, let me tell you, it's a bunch of them." So Shane made the collage of the many faces of Basham. And if you guys haven't seen that, when this podcast, this Doggin Tuesday live recording is over, you need to go over to the Semper Doggin podcast group and look at the collage of the many faces of Basham.
It's not that funny.
No, it's hilarious. You're right. It's not funny. It's hilarious. Your face is all red. You're all embarrassed. He finally got you all flustered. You look like you've been out in the sun for 12 hours.
No, to be honest with you, my face has been red all day. I don't know if my blood pressure's up or what.
Oh, my blood pressure was up earlier. I had to chill out before I came on here.
You know, right before we got on this Doggin Tuesday, guys, I was on the phone with Bryce, and he was a little perturbed.
Oh, I just have so much going on. There's so many irons in the fire, but it's fun. I mean, I bring it upon myself. I really do. We don't know how to say no to anything around here. So,
like I was going to say, you're not going to hear the violin play from me because you are your own worst enemy.
Oh, absolutely. I can't say no if there's something fun and I think it's interesting, and yeah, I'm into it. So, speaking of
how many goats you got now?
Oh, only 4. We're only up to 4 so far. So, yep, that's it. We're going to be big goat farmers now.
We've got to go down the list. How many Texas Longhorns?
I think there's 22.
22 Longhorns. You've got how many goats?
4 goats now. Yep.
How many chickens?
I don't know. I don't count chickens. They don't count. Okay. Hey, Brett Denny's watching. Brett just had a good run down there at the PKC World. Congratulations to him.
Oh, yeah. I think the Kentucky State champion has arrived.
Nice. Yeah, so 22 Texas Longhorns, 4 goats. I think that we're down to 18 dogs, 7 kids. There's a lot going on around here. But
there's 8 kids.
Yeah, I'm one of them too. You're right.
Okay.
But hey, so speaking of something new, I like to do something new. I like to do something fun. One thing that involves dogs that I got to do new that was last weekend, and I don't. What?
22 chickens and 2 turkeys?
Yeah, something like that. That's what Nikki says. Anyways, we're not reading the comments whenever she comments. One thing I got to do that was super fun this last weekend was I got to go to the PKC World Beagle Championship. That was the first beagle hunt I'd ever been to.
You went?
Yeah, I went. We set up as vendors, Froggy Bottom Outdoors. We set up as a supply vendor over there for 2 days and got to meet some really intriguing people. It was just a different world that I'd never been exposed to. And I was super glad that I went. One thing that I wish I did know is I wish I knew who won the final cast. I cut out of there whenever they were going out. They were down to 2 people. Those guys had been there all week long. It's kind of like the world hunt for the coonhounds. They had to qualify in their rounds, and then they went down to quarterfinals, semifinals, and then the finals. So it was a super long day. We had a lot to pack up and do. So I did not see who actually won the PKC Beagle Championship, but meeting those Beagle guys and seeing their enthusiasm, for their world hunt was super cool. I was glad to be able to be there for that one.
I bet it was definitely a different crowd.
Yeah, it absolutely was. It's a lot different than, I wouldn't say a lot different. It's who you keep trying to zoom in on over there.
That's Kentucky State champion right there, bud.
Oh, I can't see from that far away. I can't see that far away. So speaking of like state champions and world champions, let's go into the PKC world where Doug Hevner and Sunday's Best Hooker took home the championship.
Definitely. Congratulations to Doug and Heath and that whole group down there. I think I seen a comment on Facebook that said, when it comes to a group of guys that embodies brotherhood, it's that group down there. Doug and Heath and all them boys down there that just constantly push, each other's dogs and help each other out. Big congratulations. Hey, big congratulations to somebody that is up around our neck of the woods that made that cross. Mr. Johnny Hamilton made that cross.
I saw that. That's out of Fugly Fruit Juice, isn't she?
Yep.
Yeah, I saw Johnny's post on that.
Yeah, Johnny's the one that made that.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, congratulations to Doug and that team for their first place win. And then let's just go through the top 3 here. Second place was Snooky's Cookie.
Justin and Shane Combs.
Yes, congratulations, Shane Groves. Congratulations to that duo, Cookie to win the UKC World Championship last year and then turn around and get second at the PKC World Championship this year, that's a heck of an accomplishment, no matter how you look at it.
Yep. And then going to third, you can't let the old man in.
I loved that post from Scott Engel. I loved that post. Little salute there to Toby Keith. It was very fitting for Echo. Just another great run and a great showing by that dog. He's a good one.
He shows up and wins.
He's a winner.
I mean, what can you say? I mean, it doesn't matter. Don't matter if you like the dog, don't like the dog. It really don't matter. The dog shows up and he wins.
Yep.
Everywhere you
go. Having a good handler, having a good dog, a dynamic duo, it takes a lot of breaks. But when you can get both of those together, the breaks are a lot fewer and far between that you're going to need.
That is for sure.
Forrest Red just hopped on here. He's one of our bear hunting buddies from down there in Virginia. Hopefully he liked the podcast from last week. So, Forrest, good to see you, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Forrest.
Yeah.
It's a big weekend this weekend, Mr. Bryce Matthews.
It is.
Where you headed this weekend?
Oh, I'm going to TOC. Yeah, it is the TOC Regionals qualifying events. So I will be up in LaGrange, Indiana with Wheels, Wipeout Bull, as his UKC name is. So Wheels and I will be heading up there to LaGrange to try our hand at getting into the TOC. Last year I handled a dog up there for Dick Brothers, handled his timer dog. And
the timer.
You know what? I can honestly say that was one hunt, and I've talked about it on podcast. That's one hunt where I made a bad call as a handler, and it ate me up because I kept old Timer and Dick out of the TOC on a bad handler call. I thought we needed like 650, 625 to get in. We were sitting at 600. I treat him on the last second, like literally the last second, and walking to him. He ended up leaving the tree in the middle of a swamp. I should have never treated him, and 600 ended up getting in. So bad handler call. So this year, I'm going back with some redemption because I made a bad call last year, and I'm not afraid to admit it. You know, so I got some redemption that I need this year.
Yeah. I ended up, I got in the top 15 with Buddy last year. Yep. Got beat out by Hobo.
Yep,
Ended
you sure
up
did.
winning. Yep.
Are you going anywhere this year? You got Buddy in anywhere?
Yeah. Mark's taking him to Mount Gilead.
Oh, Mark Adkins, huh?
Yep. Got him. Hey, congratulations, Mark and old Buddy. They qualified for the World Hunt on Saturday.
Yeah, I saw that. They got a nice win at RQE, so congratulations to them for sure.
Yep.
Hey, I got some other congratulations to throw out here.
Go ahead.
This was a big weekend for World Hunts. So you had the PKC Coonhound World Championship. You had the PKC Beagle World Championship. And then on the UKC side of things, they had their Cur and Feist World Championship. Now, I don't know much about it. Don't know anything about it.
That was it. Indiana.
It was at Tell City, correct. But congratulations to Mid-10 Pig and Ken Nisley for their second time of winning the UKC Feist World Championship. They're a two-time duo.
We still trying to get that first.
I know. People over here racking up doubles and everything else. So congratulations to them. And then on the Cur side of things, we owe a big congratulations to the Daisy Dog handled by Matthew Osborne. So congratulations to that team for winning the UKC Cur World Championship. Cur Dog.
And that's a lifelong dream of every houndsman. Every houndsman that goes out and loves to compete is to be able to take a dog and win the world championship. So, I mean, there's a lot of dreams coming true right there just this weekend. You know, you talked about with the Beagles and the Curs and the Feist, and then you've got one that you haven't yet to mention, and that was the Shed Dog Nationals.
Yeah, the Shed Dog Nationals. I forgot about that one. I meant to write that down. I'm glad you picked up the slack there. Good job.
Buddy.
Yeah, so this was a huge weekend for major events, you know.
Yep.
So congratulations to all those dogs, handlers, owners, teams. It takes a team to do everything, and big congratulations to them. So those all got wrapped up. We just mentioned TOC, the qualifiers are this weekend. We've got the Super Stakes coming up soon. I don't think I'm going to be
going.
Nope, I don't think so. I just talked to Rocky Peace about that earlier this week. I don't think I'm going to make it this year.
Oh yeah, why not?
Well, I don't own the dog that I'm hunting right now, and the owner doesn't really want to take him down there, I don't think, which is fine. And then, I had an opportunity to handle the dog for another guy, but by the time I get him up here, try to learn the dog a little bit, then I'd have to take off work for a week. And, trying to get this new business up and running, it's just, I don't want to do that to the guys at work.
You mean not going to have you down there? Man.
I know Shane was supposed to have a dog ready for me, but he didn't make that happen. So, guess I'm not going. Supposed to hunt in the spring 1-year-olds for him. Never made it happen.
Whatever, Shane.
Hey,
shove it.
Hey, Shane just commented on here. He said this is the least amount of faces he's ever seen. Are you a little self-conscious?
Yeah.
That's okay. Tell him if he would have had our dog ready for Super Stakes, then we could talk some smack. But the dog didn't get ready, so I'm not going this year. I hate it because it's in my hometown of Princeton. I can go down there, be with all the family, friends, and spend a week down there. But good luck to everybody that's going. Wish I could be there. Just not going to be in the cards this year.
I don't think I'm going. I'm not going to say I'm not going because you know me. 1 minute I'm not going, and then you're calling me going, hey, where you headed to? I'm headed to Super Stakes.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. It's fun, though, how that works out.
Well, so in the dog world, how it's different. 1 minute you're sitting on the couch, you're not doing nothing, and the very next minute someone's calling you asking you, hey, can you handle a dog?
Yeah,
and so
absolutely.
I tell everybody all the time, you've got to have your head on a swivel because, 1 minute you're sitting at the house and the next minute you're, as like whenever I called you to go down to Tennessee to handle Spot.
Yeah.
Spot tore your shirt up and you had to handle Axel.
He did. He did. We had a come to Jesus meeting. But hey, we got a couple comments that rolled in here. Woodrow Smith said, great episode that y'all just dropped. Thank you for that, Woodrow. And Braden Davis said he loves the podcast. So thank you guys for those kind words. We appreciate that. We really do. It's a lot to get all this where it needs to be.
I want to go watch some hog dog They have hog dog competitions?
Yeah, so I believe down in Texas, maybe this last weekend, was the Uncle Earl's hog dog competition, where they have like the bay pen dogs. They turn a pig loose in a pen, and then they have a baying competition.
Well, I have a fine, top-notch guy that lives in Texas that says I can stay there anytime I want to. He will house us, take us coon hunting on the side-by-side. We won't have to walk to no tree. And I guarantee you he's right down there in the middle of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about it, but I follow enough people and enough pages on Facebook to kind of dabble in a little bit of what all's going on. So it looked like there was a pretty wild time down there this weekend.
Yeah. Coming on over here is the Kentucky State champion, Mr. Ryan Cecil.
Whoa, we have a guest appearance.
Congratulations. Big win.
Thank you.
Big win.
Yep, got lucky. So
Yeah.
Walk us through it, Basham.
early round, I drew Joel Murphy and the Cowboy Dog, and some other boys I didn't know. I think we all treated a coon apiece. I just won on strike. Late round, I treated the only coon we saw. So
Congratulations. You've been chasing that for a while, haven't you?
yeah.
Nope. I seen your guys' purse went up quite a bit
That's
this year.
$4,000.
Yeah. It was more than Indiana's.
Mhm.
This year it was.
And they talked about doing like the breeder showcase or something big out west.
Really?
I want to get up there like $12,000 mark. Just more open events.
See, look at that, Bryce.
Yeah,
He likes Ryan.
yeah. Go dog in it.
I mean, I don't know what's wrong with Bryce. Spot likes him.
Well, Spot liked me too until I had to give him a little correction, and he didn't like that very much. I had to throw his shirt away because of that deal.
But yeah, definitely. Congratulations to all the state champions. We can't name them all because there's a lot of them. But, obviously I'm down here in New Haven. Going to hunt a $35 hunt tonight with Spot. And this is Ryan Cecil's home club. So I wanted to come down here and give him a big shout out for winning the Kentucky State.
Yeah, hey, I see Chad Foster just joined us. Chad Foster's watching. And I met Chad at Super Stakes a couple years ago. I ended up guiding him one night, and then I guided him again last year, I think it was. And, Chad's just a top-notch guy and pleasure to hunt with. Really enjoyed that friendship that I've had with Chad Foster down there at Super Stakes. Don't talk to him much in between then, but, down there at Princeton, I've really enjoyed my time hunting with Chad. So, Chad, thanks for joining us today. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it, buddy.
He owns that dog, Coma's Flow. It's a female that I raised, and we sold to a man down there, and he ended up buying her. Real nice female off of Coma. So he lives down in Kentucky, down by Bowling Green. Yep.
Just a super, super good guy. And it's always nice whenever you can meet somebody on a cast like that and they leave a positive, memorable impression on you. That's not one of those memories you dread talking about. So,
nope.
Hey, I got one other thing to announce here. Yep. So we've had some breaking news, you could call it, for the UKC Indiana State Youth Hunt since our last Doggin Tuesday.
Okay.
So, Mr. Bob O'Neill and his wife have put up $1,500 in prize money for the Indiana State Youth.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's huge. That is huge.
Awesome. That is awesome.
We are going to be giving away $500 to the overall hunt winner, $500 to the overall show winner, and then $500, I believe, do not quote me on this, don't burn me at the stake. I believe the other $500 is going to go to the round robin winner. So, whatever kid competes in whatever kid competes in all of the events that are held throughout that day and has the most accumulated points. I think that is how they're going to do the other $500. But we have a total of $1,500 going to the kids at this year's UKC Indiana State Youth Hunt, which will be held in Peru, thanks to Mr. Bob O'Neill and his wife. So I want to say big thank you to them for their support. We really appreciate that.
Awesome. Well, because it is obviously your home state youth, I didn't. This is something, guys, that I haven't even talked to Bryce about, so I'm going to kind of come out of hip pocket for it. And Semper Doggin will be sponsoring the Indiana State Youth Championship. We will donate $500 for whatever they see fit, whether it be I would like it as a sportsmanship award, maybe.
$500. So Semper Doggin is donating $500 to the Indiana State Youth.
Yes, 100%.
Guys, that is how unscripted this is I didn't even know that a podcast that I am a partner on was donating money, but I'm here for it. So let's go, baby.
Hey, you didn't know about the Texas one either, did you?
No, yeah, Basham told me the other day, he said, FYI, just so you know, we just sponsored a hunt in Texas. Whatever, do your thing.
Which, by the way, Mr. James Wadley, want to give a shout out. The Texas State Youth Championship, it's going on this weekend, Bryce, this weekend. Go to his page and look at all of the prizes that they got. He got a banner made with all the sponsors. He got a belt buckles made, a lot of prizes. All in all, that's what we're here for, guys. We're here to, help the up and coming, not just coon hounds, the coon hunters, but the up and coming, kids that want to get into any type of hounds. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, for sure. So we've got a total of $2,000 up for grabs at the Indiana State Youth Championship. I am pumped about that, man. I'm glad you just pulled that out of left field.
Yep.
You're pretty good at that because I had no idea.
Bryce had no clue. Well, part of that is also you guys are putting it on. So it's something, kind of a friendly gesture from me to you. I didn't want you to feel like, we're the ones handling the youth hunt and we're going to sponsor it. So that's why I just kind of pulled it out on you and have it right here and there.
Yeah, well, we appreciate it. Like I said, you couldn't do it without a great team. There's a lot of people who are trying to make this Indiana State Youth one of the best state youth hunts that they can. Youth hunt shows and hunts.
Yep.
So youth events. So great team, great group of gals that are really putting that together right now. The Hoosier Tree Dog Alliance will also be affiliated with that, so that'll be a good time. Calvin Redhouse, Hounds just commented and said, "What's up, buddy? We've got a podcast coming out with Calvin Redhouse here in a few weeks."
Very soon. Who is next? You would know. I wouldn't know.
I do know. But before we get to that, I'm going to comment here. David Williams is watching, and if David Williams comments on one more of my posts and says, "Will you show it in the woods?" I'm going to have to call him up and have a talk with him because he's been commenting way too much on the posts, Mr. David.
We've got to get together and do a Doggin Tuesday in the woods.
We need to, for sure. Absolutely. Yep. All right, the next podcast that's coming up, though. You ready for it? It's going to be a fun one.
Which one is that one?
You want to talk about taking swimming lessons or fly ball?
Yeah. Oh, Hannah.
Yes, guys, we have Miss Hannah Falling is going to join us on the next podcast that releases, and that is going to be on Friday, April the 5th. We are going to have Hannah Falling. Absolutely, with her Old English Bulldogs. Guys, she takes, we're talking Old English Bulldogs, we're talking coonhounds, we're talking all kinds of things wrapped up into one podcast. It's going to be a blast.
She surprised me with how knowledgeable she was on just dogs in general. I mean, she knows her stuff. She
does, and I'm not going to lie, I was pleasantly surprised as well. It was really fun to sit there and talk to a lady who puts that much time, effort into her dogs and into what she's doing. And it's not just in one facet of dogs. It's not just in coonhounds. It's not just in the Old English Bulldogs, but she does a lot. And, she's breeding puppies now. And I just seen some pictures of those puppies that, they were just born whenever we recorded that podcast. And there's some sharp looking puppies, for those Old English Bulldogs.
I like how she really went in depth about what goes through her mind when she's looking at breeding a dog, and how she goes and she looks at their DNA and the chromosomes that they have, and this, that, and what the make of their DNA. And it's fascinating to hear the steps that she goes through before ever even breeding a dog.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a planned deal, and it was just it was a wonderful conversation to have, and I am not going to spill the beans on anything else that goes on, especially the swimming lessons. But you guys are just going to have to listen to this podcast that comes out on April 5th because it's going to be a good one.
It was definitely a good one.
Yeah. Hey, I want to give a shout out and a plug, though, to our title sponsor, Froggy Bottom Outdoors. We have been getting a lot of positive feedback on our Facebook page. People just calling me, texting me. You know, they're starting to notice FBO. It's showing up.
Yep.
So if you guys have any hound hunting supply needs, any Garmin needs, lights, anything like that, feel free. Slide on over to FroggyBottomOutdoors.com and let us get you taken care of. We want to serve you. We want to take care of you guys. It is not just business. It's a family. And that's one of my favorite things about it is a family-run business. It's a family-owned operation, and I feel like family working there. And everybody that I get to meet and talk to and hang out with and take care of, you know, they're just one more member to the family. So thank you for everybody who has supported Froggy Bottom Outdoors this far or so far. And, you know, we continue to try to do what we can and show up where we can, get our name out there. I think it's going to be great. So just thank you to everybody who supported Froggy Bottom Outdoors so far.
Yeah, you're doing a great job out there, Bryce.
So, I don't have much else going on here. What else you got for this week?
That's about it. We've got a few that lined up in the chute to record a podcast for, and then that's about it. Let's go ahead and give a quick shout out to everybody. Have a happy Easter. Make sure we remember exactly what this weekend is all about.
Yep, absolutely.
And spend time with your family. I know I'm going to go home and go spend some time with my dad and make sure that we love on him. He's not doing too good, so everybody say a prayer for Pops.
Yep.
And we're going to go spend some time with him and take care of him and love on him and let him know how much we love him. So just, yeah, it's Easter weekend. Hang on to the family. Eat some good ham. Don't eat too much.
Shoot.
And, yeah, that's about all I got going on this weekend, bud.
Yeah, I'm with you. We're going to the TOC this weekend, and then we'll be home for Easter Sunday. So everybody just enjoy your weekend. We look forward to having you guys join us on the next Doggin Tuesday. We hope you enjoy the next podcast that releases with Hannah Falling. Basham, good luck tonight in your hunt, buddy. I'm glad to see you're back at it.
We're going to try to get them, bud.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, even though Chance Anderson just signed on and is now watching, it's time for us to sign off. So you caught us at the tail end, buddy. Appreciate everybody who's joined us and had fun with us. Thank you so much for supporting this podcast. Thanks to our sponsors, Froggy Bottom Outdoors, Never Satisfied Off-Road. Couldn't do it without them. But more importantly, we could not do it without all of you listeners. It's been really fun. We've got a lot of things in the works. Like Basham said, we've got several people lined up here to record with, sit down, have good conversation with, and really just keep bringing you guys everything dog. Semper Doggin. It's what we're about here. Always dogging. So with that, Basham, I'm good if you're good, brother.
Take her easy, Bubby.
All right, good luck. See you guys. Thank you. We all know that canines can take us to some wild places, and some of those are only accessible by an off-road vehicle. No matter how hard you try to maintain your ride, something is bound to break on one of your adventures. When you find yourself looking for replacement parts, or maybe even a few upgraded parts to further try and prevent a breakdown, look no further than Never Satisfied Off-Road. Joey Goforth is the proud new owner of Never Satisfied Off-Road and is ready to serve you. Performance accessories such as lift kits, portals, tires, and more can all be found at Never Satisfied Off-Road. Located in Covington, Tennessee, the team at Never Satisfied Off-Road is ready to ship parts and accessories for your ride anywhere in the country. As their new website is currently being built, be sure to follow them on Facebook at Never Satisfied Off-Road 23 to keep up to date on the hottest items and sales. Give them a call at 731-693-9921 to place your order and get your ride ready to follow your canine wherever they may take you. Are you ready for the best part though? Mention that you heard this ad on the Semper Doggin podcast and you will receive a Semper Doggin approved listener discount.